All right, y'all. I just want to come on and let you all know again, updating you all on this whole stranger food reviews. I've been thinking about the series and the name, and probably one of the reasons I came up with Best Vegas Pizza Series was because when I was asking a stranger or asking the strangers, hey, I got a question. Where's the best pizza in Las Vegas? That's kind of what I went with. But after thinking about it for a while, I'm just going to go with Vegas Pizza Series. So it's the Vegas Pizza Series. So that's what we're going to call the pizza series here in Las Vegas, is Vegas Pizza Series. Because I was thinking, I was like, yeah, the stranger that recommended it said it was the best in Vegas. But what about the stranger that I get to go try it? So I kind of thought that was kind of misleading, possibly. So we're just going to call it Vegas Pizza Series. What do y'all think? Because I don't want people to be like, oh, the best Vegas Pizza Series, and then strangers go on and review. They're like, this place is no good, you know? That wouldn't make any sense with like branding. So we're just going to stick with Vegas Pizza Series instead of the Best Vegas Pizza Series. Now, if we did it a different way, we could, and eventually we could do other food a different way. And that's what I'm going to do, is do all kinds of different review styles, but always a stranger will be reviewing the food. So that'll never change. What will change is what we review and how we go about getting reviews. Y'all watching, where's the best pizza you've ever eaten at? Where's the best pizza you've ever had? That's so good. Where's the best pizza, y'all? What's up? Where's the best pizza y'all ever had? And what pizza did you get and rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? So the idea is to stay here in Vegas for a while, because that's where I live. So get monetized. Get these series going. I'm excited about the like the trailers that are going to be for, they're like 15-20 second trailers. And I already got I got 4 of them for the Vegas Pizza Series. And so what I'll do is I'll I'll upload those trailers on all the platforms and get people ready for the episode that's going to be on YouTube. Like, I'm glad I haven't rushed anything, because usually I'm like very impatient. So I'm gonna take my time with this one. I have a Vegas page, and I've got over all the platforms. I've got like 250,000 followers, and I always just upload there. Like, I don't even have drafts or anything. Like, I just upload, and I don't plan anything. It's bad, y'all. But this is way bigger than the Vegas page. Like, when I mean idea wise, it just starts in Vegas. Y'all let us know though. Where's the best pizza you've ever eaten? And what pizza is it? And what do you rate on a scale of 1 to 10? So, I'm actually, this is my last meal until Sunday at whatever time. It's going to be 48 hours. I'm actually going to fast, y'all. And just stay focused, and like, I really believe in this project. I just believe in the project, and I want to give it my best, and I want that mental clarity. I want physical. I want to reset my body. I do have some cravings that I'm trying to get rid of, so I just show myself, I got the discipline. It takes a lot of discipline. Yeah, the last time I fasted, I didn't even fast for it was because I had to for a colonoscopy like 6 years ago. So I'm gonna fast. As much as I like food, I'm just gonna have water, and I might drink some coconut water for some, potassium, or I might take some electrolytes or something like that. But I've been thinking about fasting for a while, and yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm not really excited about the part where I don't eat, but my room. Well, would I renovate my room? No. Why would I need to renovate my room? If I had $5K right now, I definitely wouldn't be renovating a room. Why? Why do you ask that? That's an odd question. But yeah, I've got a lot of ideas with Stranger Food reviews, y'all. I'm excited. We just got to get it started. I don't know why that person asked if I had 5K, would I renovate my room? Welcome in, everybody. Let us know, where's the best pizza you've ever eaten? We want to know that. We're on this pizza series here in Vegas, and we want to know. Eventually, we want to get out of Vegas. We want to know where the best pizza is in the U.S. I'm just eating and talking about this series, y'all. If you're confused about why I got that, it's just because I'm working on the Vegas pizza series right now. It'll be 5 episodes with a bonus one in the comments of a video on YouTube. It's like the last one I uploaded, or the next, or right before that one. Where's the best pizza in Las Vegas? That's where you can go put in the comments, and whoever has the most comments, that's where we're gonna go. I'm already full, y'all. I don't want to eat anymore. I just wanted to eat something. I'm not going to eat for 48 hours on my fast. It's going to be hard, y'all. I'm going to be smelling food all day tomorrow. And I'm going to be hungry. But I'm going to do it. I'm done with that. This guy ran off, so I don't know. I don't know why he was asking that. But we will be doing the Vegas Burger series. Believe that. And I hope some people recommend a few of these places that I see on social media, because we want to see if the hype is real. There's one that's really hype, and I know people say it's good, so I don't know. I hope some strangers recommend that, because that's where we're going. I want to go there bad. Hey, I do like those animal style fries, but no cheese though. I'm not big on American cheese, like the slices. That stuff's man. I don't even like that stuff. Like, I'm not a big cheese person. I mean, I like cheese, but I don't think cheese is that healthy for you, to be honest. People like, oh, you get calcium. There was a China study this doctor did, Dr. Campbell, and he says people that take in more calcium, have higher rates of osteoporosis or something. I was like, that's interesting. All right, I'm about done with this. I'm hoping to get rid of the craving for with this fast of coffee and sugar, y'all. Because if I don't, that's gonna be the death of me one day. Like, it's not gonna be good. Because sugar it fuels disease, to be honest. That's another reason, like, it's a big reason why I'm doing the fast too, just to reset my body. I got spiritual reasons too, though. All right. Let's see what time it is, y'all. It won't even pull up the time on my phone with them when this is running. That's crazy. It's 12:19, y'all. What time is it where y'all watching from? But yeah. But season 2 of of the pizza series should be fun. That won't be for a while though. We'll go through all the other kinds of food first. And maybe by that time we'll do some other reviews in other states. So that'd be cool. That'd be real cool. Make sure you go subscribe to the channel. Vegas Pizza Series is coming soon. Episode 1 was already done. Got 4 of those trailers finished last night. It's gonna be a minute. I'm financing this whole thing, and I don't make that much money. So be patient, but go subscribe to the channel. Again, we just have strangers review food. It's pretty simple. The way that we go about it could be various ways. Right now, what we've been doing is asking people, hey, I got a question. Where's the best pizza in Las Vegas? And then we find another stranger to go try the food. And then we put all that on YouTube. That's what the series is going to be. First is the best, or Vegas Pizza Series. I already changed the name. Because the stranger might not say it's the best. Like one stranger said it was the best that recommends, but the other one that actually tries it, they might not. And people watching, they might not think it is either, that have actually been there. And I would really, and I've already thought about this. The guy that did it, the Yukon Pizza one, he never been to Yukon Pizza. So I don't really want to take people that have already been to the restaurant. I mean, I could, as long as they're a stranger, it really wouldn't matter. But I think to get that new perspective. Now, eventually, when I get a lot of when I get monetized, I got some bigger ideas that I would like to do. Like, for instance, right now I just don't have the money. I want to get started. I want to get like 5 people for like the whole day on a weekend, and we go to 5 different places, 5 different pizza places, right? So they can compare the first to the second to the third to the fourth to the fifth. I think that'd be pretty cool too. But we're about to start driving, y'all. I can get home, get to bed. Y'all, what time is it? That's okay. Let's just say it's 12:20. So I can't welcome in. I can't eat anything until 12:20 Monday morning, 12:20 a.m. Monday morning. I'm going on a fast, a 48-hour fast, y'all. Oh man, I'm about to finish with this too, y'all. They said when you do a 48-hour fast, you need electrolytes, so I might take some electrolytes, but other than that, I'm not going to be eating. It's going to be hard, but nothing is easy in life. I'm trying to reset my body. I've got this sugar craving that's just crazy, y'all. I've got to get it under control, y'all. And I've got other reasons. Spiritually, I just want to do it. Physically is a big reason. Discipline too, It takes a lot of discipline. Man, food's one of. We all, everybody eats food, right? So to go without food. The last time I did it, I didn't have a choice. I was having a colonoscopy. That was like 6 years ago. And man, listen, I'll tell y'all the story. It was funny. It was pizza too. So my best friend, he came from Kentucky. I'll tell you a whole story about it. His name's David, my best friend. We've known each other since 2nd grade. Me and my man, that's my brother, man. My brother from another mother, man. He it's so crazy. Like, I'll tell y'all the story because we got time, and we talk about life here too. I tell my students in school, like, we talk more than about, the PE teacher. Look, I'm trying to prepare you for life, to be, to go change the world, be a good human, treat people with respect, be kind to people, right? So, hello. So David, me and him been through it up and down. Like, we were raised rough, like he was adopted, never knew his mom or dad until here recently, his mom, and then his dad passed away, unfortunately. But like, I never knew my dad. I met my dad a few times. He lived down the road from me, and man, we were rough. Listen, I'll be honest, me and him used to fight. He beat me up, I beat him up. And then in my early 20s, we had a disagreement. We were young and dumb. I was just dumb, I guess. We were both dumb. I don't know how he sees it. I love him, man. He's a true brother. And then I got married, and well, we didn't talk anymore after that. I had moved, and then I moved out of state. And then my mom was battling cancer, and she passed away. And I hadn't seen David for, gosh, ever since, like, it'd been like 6, 7, 8 years. 6, 7. Kids are crazy about that. And I hadn't talked to him for that long, for years. And I lived in Oklahoma, and I came back to Kentucky for the funeral. Well, I look up, and there David was, coming to the funeral, man. That meant a lot to me. And so I was having this issue. It was crazy. I went to every doctor, and they couldn't tell me what was wrong with him. It was just post-nasal drip. I just had a little bit of drainage dripping down, and I thought they couldn't. I went to all these doctors. I didn't know what it was. I was scared because my mom passed away from cancer, And so David, I don't think he'd ever even been on a plane until he flew out here to Las Vegas. I think this is his first time he ever flew on a plane. Was Vegas. And so going forward, I couldn't eat anything for like 2 days. I had to fast. I could eat Jello. That was it, Jello. Well, he orders a pizza, okay? He orders a pizza. I can't have any of it. I'm fasting, right? I can't have any food. So he orders this pizza. And I smell this pizza, and I'm like, man, because I was so hungry, though, I could smell it. It's like I was eating the pizza. And I was like, oh, man, that smells so good. It was like, man, it's like I had the pizza. Like, I smelled it, like, it satisfied me, to be honest. I was like, that'll do. It'll have to do anyways. That'll do, though. But yeah, he came out. He drove me from my appointment because I needed somebody to drive. I was scared, y'all, to be honest. I was scared to death. I was just afraid that they were going to tell me some bad news, like, man, because my mom passed away from cancer, so that was really a big concern of me. I was like, man, I was worried, like, man, I'm about to die or something. Like, I didn't know what was wrong with me. Because, you know how people are. Me in particular, I'd be overreacting, like, oh my gosh. So, got through that. Praise God, I didn't have anything. There was nothing wrong with me. They did the colonoscopy, endoscopy. I was good. Then, like one of my last, I've been to a heart doctor, went to, a couple other doctors. I don't even remember. I had scans. The last doctor I went to, I started researching this stuff myself. It's like, yeah, it could be post-nasal drip is what I found out online. I go get some nasal sprays to clean and I took it for a little bit. Man, I was having really bad influx, acid reflux, and heartburn and indigestion. I was taking all these other kind of medicines. None of them worked. Oh, it was horrible. Well, it was all because of that post-nasal drip. Right when I was at the eye, ear, nose, I'd already figured it out, but I had an appointment anyways. And I already figured it out. It was crazy. But to that David story, though, y'all. Like, if you knew my life, it was like I was up against Goliath, right? David versus Goliath. Again, my best friend's name's David. I feel like I've been up against Goliath my whole life. Like, my mom and dad were a high school dropout. I dropped out and got my GED when I was 17. I wasn't supposed to make it, like, to be honest. And I hung around with the wrong crowd when I was younger, to be honest. And I made some bad choices. Went to college my first time, a couple weeks max, maybe 10 days or a week. First test, bombed the test. I was like, I'll never go back to school again. Like, then, I met my ex-wife. We'll go there. Met my ex-wife, and she was finishing up college at that time. And oh man, I didn't even have a job, I don't think. And she said, "Listen, boy," she's like, "You gonna go back to school, or you gonna go get you a real job?" I might have been working part-time, actually. I think I was working part-time. It was nothing. And I was like, man, I don't really want to go to work. I don't really want to go to school. Man, I'll go to school, man. I'll go to college. So, yeah, like, it was hard for the first couple of years because I'd been out of high school. I mean, I dropped out of high school and got my GED. So, man, it took me several remedial classes of English and math, y'all. It took me a lot to catch up. Man, there was days I wanted to quit. I yelled and screamed. I just wanted to throw the paper studying when I was doing math. But, she helped me out with it. She's really good at math. So fast forwarding to the first episode of the Vegas Pizza series that is edited. I'm just waiting to get all the other episodes. The first person the stranger that reviewed the food, his name was David. I said, man, that's cool, man. I feel like I've been up against Goliath the whole time, David and Goliath. You know, I feel like David, you know. Again, my best friend's name is David too. So it's kind of like a sign to me, you know, like I believe in this project. That's why I'm not in a rush to start uploading. Like, I'm just going to take my time because I've learned a lot from this page that I've had before. And man, I was so unorganized. I'm not doing that again. This is too big of a deal for me. Like, I want to do it the right way and I don't want to be rushed about it. So that's what I'm going to do. But I don't want to be, I'm just going to take my time. But I am going to jump off here. I am home. I do got to get to bed. I appreciate y'all coming in, listening to me ramble about a bunch of nothing. Not really related to food. A little bit was, but the main thing from this was the Vegas Pizza Series. That's what we're going to call it. The Vegas Pizza Series, or Vegas Pizza Series. And yeah, we'll go from there. I was talking to someone tonight. I was out playing pickleball, actually. I joined a pickleball league, y'all. I'm not that good, though, but. And I was telling the woman I work with her. She's a teacher that I work with. She's a staff member. And I was telling her about this whole Stranger Food Reviews. And it's kind of like a modern day Yelp, kind of like with video. Because you think about it, Yelp, what is Yelp? It's just a bunch of people getting on there leaving reviews, right? Well, kind of the same idea, right? Now, eventually, I could just randomly go up to people, which I will. When I get a cameraman to follow me, I'll get and we'll just go eat some food. But see, I want to get a bunch of people, though. That's the issue, is I want to get a bunch of people to sit down and eat. Or a few people at the back of my car or whatever. We're going to be doing it so many different ways. It's just going to, you just got to stay tuned. But I was like, man, I could go to grocery stores and have people review the food at the grocery store. I could literally say, listen, You go review the product, you go to the store or wherever it is. I could literally, when I get bigger and like I can have more leverage, I can say, hey, I'm looking for 10 people to go review whatever it might be, right? All they got to do is like go there and review it and then send me the video. And then they could review it that way. Like, there's so many ways to do the review, but I do like to be with the, like, I don't have to be though. Like, eventually I don't see myself needing to be per se. Like, it'd be like a Yelp review, like where you can just go review stuff and then submit it or something. There's so many ways I've thought about it before. I'll figure it out when I get there, y'all. This is just the beginning. But I do got big ideas behind this page. Like, to me, eventually I don't really want to be the face of the page, because again, it's more like it's just a reviewing platform basically is what it's going to be, you know. I just got to get it started, right? It just can't start with nobody, right? I'm just starting it. And I think it's cool because, again, it's strangers reviewing food. And to me, it's like a modern day Yelp, but with video. So just imagine getting on an app one day where like it's just reviews, just like Yelp, but with videos. And you can put words in there too if you'd want, right? But yeah, it's kind of the idea too. It'd be pretty cool. And we can partner. Listen, y'all, I am all in on this. I'm all in. I think it's a great idea. I think it solves a real problem with reviews. Like, what I've seen in the industry is these influencers, content creators, influencers in particular, because they're really trying to influence people. You know, they're all trying to promote businesses, and they'll make a video just to make a video, and they'll say whatever they have to say to get paid, right? So Stranger Food Reviews does it different. We don't, it doesn't really matter. Like, we could literally, you know, partner with brands and have strangers try, like, you know, several other products and just be honest, like, and that would be the issue. The brand would pay me and then I would go get the strangers, right? So there is no issue with that. And there is value in that, because there would be honest feedback, and then the person would be reviewing a lot of the stuff. So I mean, of course they're gonna like some of the stuff, of course they're not gonna like some of the stuff, right? Like Keith Lee, if you've seen Keith Lee, what he does is, and he's like top tier. That's how you review food. That's how you review food. You know, you go and you order several things from the menu, and then you rate the food on a scale of 1 to 10. That's a real food review. To me, all these influencers that just go show food and eat, they're not really reviewing the food, in my opinion. That's not a review. Like, we want to know what it tastes like on a scale. Like, what is it? Like, when I see, because I'm in the social media game in Las Vegas. Like, I've been in it for years. And a lot of these influencers are getting like paid meals, comp meals. They're getting paid to make the video, or both, or because they got big pages, they manage that account and they're putting videos, they're cross-posting, basically, not cross-posting, they're distributing. They don't only manage the page, so they make content for the business page, but they take, like, once a month, twice a month, they'll make videos to put on their own personal page to help build up that brand, right? That's just not real authentic reviews. Like, that's not, that to me, that's yeah. Stranger Food Reviews, we solved that problem. We really have strangers that review food. And so they have no interest in, oh, well, this is the best food I've ever had. They could care less, right? To me, it's just solving a problem. And you all know, you go through these videos and you go to some of these places and you're like, man, that place is overhyped. It's overrated. Well, because there's a bunch of influencers that don't disclose the fact that they work with the restaurant in some shape, some way, somehow, right? Whether it be their friends manage the page, they manage the page, they got a free meal to come show it, or they got paid, or both, or all the above, right? Like, and there's a lot of dishonesty in the food review game, to be honest. Again, there's not many people doing it the right way. I'll be honest. Doing it the right way is rating the food. Doing it the right way is paying. Doing it the right way is literally like the most boring thing to me is when people go into restaurants and they're just showing food. They don't show their face. They just show playing with the food. Like, you're obviously a paid advertisement. Like, just say it out loud. Like, you're advertising, right? And they act like they're going in, they've eaten this big nice meal. They never even show themselves eating it. They just show the food. That's so boring. Like, there was a few influencers that were doing that for a while. Like, they would put music and just play with the food. Then the trend kind of changed where people started having to talk. And then I don't even think I've ever seen the influencer's face, and he's done really good. To me, that's boring. And another thing too about food reviews, about when you watch some of these, like, is it's the same person reviewing food. That's kind of boring to me too. That's Stranger Food Reviews. It's a new person every time, which to me is just the excitement, like the anticipation of, like, oh, where are they gonna go next, and who's gonna review the food, and what are they gonna say? Like, I always like going through Yelp and just like reading some of the reviews. There's some of the craziest reviews. Just go do it. I dare you. It's crazy. Like, it's fun to go and read them. Now, just imagine that with videos about people doing the same thing. Like, that would be, that's the plan, y'all. That's the plan. You know what's crazy is Yelp. There's no telling how many billions of dollars they're worth, to be honest. And, I mean, everybody eats food. That's the good thing. So there's always going to be content to be made. I'm all in on this though, y'all. I believe that, it could be a blessing to, me, my family, my community, my friends, my community, to the businesses that I come in and do eventually. Like the video that I had that really took off on TikTok. And I've had videos because I was just playing around for a while with Stranger Food Reviews, because I was all in on this Vegas page. That's a story for another day. Y'all have learned I would never have this page if it wasn't for the Vegas page. And when I get this thing going, I'm looking to do some things and just be a blessing to the community here. I owe Vegas a lot. They've really opened up some opportunities for me, and I shouldn't even be here. Like, I was going to move a long time ago and it didn't happen. And I'm here for a reason. The Vegas page, the original idea didn't turn out quite the... I'll go ahead and tell y'all this story. So, and it just happened recently. I haven't told many people on social media. You all might be the first people on social media. But I had, and so my idea when I started this Vegas page, it's called All Around Vegas. You go check it out. It's got a decent amount of followers. Like 15K on YouTube, and 123K on Facebook, like 62K on Instagram, and like 65K on TikTok. But I've been doing it for a while, and like, honestly, like, I feel like I should have been way ahead of the game, but things happen for a reason, and I'm thankful for that. I'm blessed. I am blessed for that. Because if it would have came to me, I would have never done this project. This project would have never happened, more than likely, if I would have got what I wanted with that Vegas page. But the crazy thing is, so when I started the Vegas page, I had an idea to make a transportation company, basically, All Around Vegas Transportation, but it was just called All Around Vegas. I was just going to show stuff all around Vegas and eventually have casinos work with me, show casinos, show things to do. And then what else do you need? You could take those people to those places that they see on your videos that come to Vegas and take them all around in transportation, pick them up from the airport, take them to casino, Hoover Dam, all these other places. Well, it didn't work out that way. That's fine. I'm thankful that it didn't, to be honest. Well, here recently, I had the opportunity, and I was chasing it. I'm not going to lie. I was chasing it. I had the opportunity to promote a casino. They're gambling. They wanted me to get people to sign up for their player rewards card. And I'll go ahead and tell you who it is. The Downtown Grand. They're in downtown Las Vegas. And I was going back and forth with their marketing manager. Shout out to Tony, I believe his name's Tony. And I was going back. I was, because it took him a few days to respond to emails. We were just kind of going back and forth with emails, trying to figure it out. And I'm glad he didn't respond because it gave me time. Like I was reflecting and you know, I prayed about it, and I felt that God told me, you know, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not. It goes against everything. I try to justify it in my head, but I just couldn't do it. I was like, you know, and I told some of my coworkers, I said, listen, God better shut that door I'm gonna keep it open. And because things happen, and I sent him a message, and I thanked him for the opportunity, and wished him luck with his work, and I'm all in on this project. I still post on my Vegas page. I don't really post much casino stuff though. It's more like all around Vegas. It's like news and just, you know, a lot of news kind of stuff. And I'll go into Fremont because Fremont's cool. I do like Fremont. I like the lights. I like the action down there. It's pretty wild though, but it's fun. I like it because I think the lights captivate me, and there's, you know, live music and a lot of people, and it's pretty interesting. You got to go down there if you come to Vegas. But I'm all in. I'm all in on Stranger Food Reviews. I'm excited about it. I can't stop talking about it, y'all. I've been telling my students, like, and they're all like, how many subscribers you got? I'm like, it don't matter about subscribers. Just know this. Mr. Beast only had 1,000 subscribers. It took him 2 years to get 1,000 subscribers. So I'm like, everything takes time. Like when I went to college, it took me 4 years. I didn't just walk in and walk back out with a diploma. You know what I mean? Like they don't understand that. They see these famous YouTubers and stuff, and they're like, man, that you know, like they could do that overnight. It just doesn't work that way. Oh, how much money are you making right now? They just think you just start making money like that. It's just like, but the Vegas page, I've ran into some people. I believe in like divine appointments, y'all, and I truly believe that these two individuals, God put them in my path, and I feel like the opportunity might happen with these two people that could really bless them. It could bless me, obviously, but I want to take a lot of that money back, to be honest, because I'm all in on this and put it in on this project. And eventually I want to have a nonprofit, y'all. I want to start like a food pantry, like, and like, you know, they can get clothes, and, you know, one day maybe, who knows, housing. You know, when I was younger, my mom, I lived a single mom, and there were times, you know, we had to get food boxes. We lived at the Salvation Army for a very, very brief time. We moved around a lot. And when I came to Vegas, I'd never seen homelessness as much. And I remember I would go to work, and I'd look on the side of the road, you know, when you got off the interstate, or the 95, it's the interstate now, they changed it. And I would see these people that, you know, don't have anything. You know, they're on the side of the road. They got their little shopping cart, maybe a little suitcase or something full of their belongings. That's it. I said, wow, I want to come give these people water, you know, one day. And I got busy with life. Things happen. I didn't get to do that. But, you know, I would cry. I'd cry and say, why me, Lord? Why? Why am I so blessed? And then pre-COVID, I went down to the Las Vegas Rescue Mission. And I served several times. This is like during Christmas time. I didn't want to go back to Kentucky. I don't have any family but a sister there and nieces. And an uncle and an aunt, and, you know, cousins and stuff like that. But not, my mom and dad are both gone. And I was going to go buy like $5 gift cards from McDonald's and hand them out to the less fortunate, the homeless. And well, at that time, they weren't even taking, you had to have cash to pay for like gift cards. They wouldn't take debit cards. It was like 6 years ago. And I waited right before the day of Christmas, like Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve. And it was really, and I could, anyways, it didn't. So I looked up and said, man, I'm going to go volunteer somewhere. So I went down to Las Vegas. Man, I went down there. I'll tell you about that. It was a blessing. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't from there, because I was wanting to go back home. But God spoke to me during that time. He said, you know, you're right where you need to be. I would have never started my Vegas page, and I definitely would have never had this page. So I went down there and served it was like, I don't know, second or third time I was down there. a guy was serving with a couple of his employees. He owned a donut shop, and he had brought a box of donuts. And I overheard him talking because there's another donut company in Vegas, and they donate a lot of donuts to the Las Vegas Rescue Mission. And he's like, yeah, we got a donut for you back there that he brought, his donuts. And then I heard him talking about, yeah, we give back like 30, 40,000 donuts a year. And like, I'm a teacher. We did like donuts with dad, daughters with donuts, stuff like that. And I'm like, man, we might be able to use this guy for some donuts, you know, to donate to our school. You know, he's already donating tens of thousands of donuts. And so I go home and I'm thinking, you know, we're going to get these for school. And the Spirit just told me, y'all, like, you get them and you go hand those out to the less fortunate. So I sent him a message. I told him, I said, listen, the Lord put on my heart to go hand the less fortunate some donuts. Go give them. The first morning, y'all, because I did it a couple times, then COVID happened. And the first person I came, he said he hadn't had anything to eat for like 2 or 3 days. Man, I cried. Prayed. I remember praying with this guy. It just really humbled me. It opened my eyes to how blessed I really am. And went back a few more times. Every time I went, man, I'd leave. I'd cry when I was leaving. And man, I'd see these people coming in because they serve dinner and dinner. And so, you know, I'm working the line. It was all I could do to hold back the tears, man. I'm telling you. These people, they come in, they'd be smiling, happy. They ain't have nothing. Nothing. So it's a rehab center, a homeless shelter, and like a food pantry kind of place where you come in and get a warm meal. And so I did that again. Dominique, he owns Glazed Donuts here in Vegas. They were voted best of Vegas several times. Great guy. I got some donuts from him again. Then COVID happened, but I went out. Man, I remember seeing, man, yeah, that really touched me. Like, I knew Vegas was where I needed to be. Like, after that, I knew Vegas, and I would never have this page or my other page that got me, you know, interested in making a page, and gave me the idea to make this page. So, and I'll share, like, I can't wait one day to share a story, like go on a podcast or something and talk about it. And then the whole Vegas experience and how I was humbled. And there's so many things that God's dealt with during this and taught me. And then I had kids, and they've been the biggest blessing. Gosh, I couldn't imagine my life without my kids. They're my saving grace. I'm going to tell y'all that. I lost a lot. I'll tell y'all since you're watching. So, like, my dad was never in my life, so I met him in my mid-20s. Well, I met him when I was younger, and I only saw him like twice ever when I was a kid. And then when I was in my early 20s, I was on Facebook, and I see a last name, and I'm like, hold on, that's my brother. I remember, I was like, hey, is such and such your dad? He's like, yeah. And then they invited me down, and then I went, and then I ended up moving to that community later on. And then I'd go over, I'd probably see my dad 15 times in my life. He did take his own life. And, which, you know, he was never my dad, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. You know, he's still my dad. And 6 months later, my brother was murdered. And that was a tough one. This was 13 years ago. Still no answers. We're pretty sure we know who did it. And then a year or 3 months later, my mom was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And she passed away a month later. Thank God I was there. I was with her when she took her last breath. And I lived in Oklahoma. I was back in Kentucky. Praise God. But during that time, my ex-wife, she had 2 miscarriages. And then when I moved here, not long after, then I went through a divorce. And that about killed me. That was the worst. Because my ex-wife was with me through everything. And so she just knew, you know, she knew my mom. She knew everything. She knew my brother. She knew everything. And you know, it was hard for me. That was a hard pill for me to swallow for a very, very long time. And, but you know, now that I look back, I'm glad that, you know, I'm at peace with that. I'm married again. But you know, because I didn't believe in divorce. My mom and dad got divorced, like everybody, and I didn't want to be with those people, you know, another statistic, right? But, you know, I thank God that he put that woman in my life during that time, because that was the most difficult time I'd ever been through in my life. And I don't think I would have made it after that if nobody was there with me to help me to be there through the most difficult times of my life. And that was the hardest part, is because she was a part of that past. That's what really was that connection, you know. And then I met my wife, and then we had kids, man. I love my kids, man. I'm so happy, man. I do think about my mom, though, and how, man, I remember I was at the hospital, y'all, having my daughter. She's 4. And all I could think about was my mom. And I cried like a baby. I still cry sometimes when I think about my mom. My daughter reminds me of my mom a lot. She looks like me. I look like my mom. And then I had my son, and like, man, hey, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. And, you know, for a while, I was just worried and stressed, because, you know, kids, man, you got to provide for them. I mean, I'm a teacher. Like, obviously I provide, but like, you know, I'm not getting any younger, and I just worried and stressed for a long time about, you know, we need to make more money. My wife's a stay-at-home mom. Bless her, because she does a fabulous job. Amazing. And so, you know, it took a lot of patience and just God did it with my heart. And, you know, I've given it to him. And I feel like things are starting to finally fall into place. And I haven't been worried or stressed about anything. I just say, you know, that's not going to add anything. If it's going to do anything, it's going to be detrimental, and it's going to, you know, take a toll on your health, obviously. But yeah, I'm doing this 48-hour fast, trying to reset my mind, body, soul, and spirit. And I feel good about the future. I feel good about where I'm at with my wife. She tells me, man, you put a lot of time into that Vegas page. You should. But in God's timing, you know, I've learned so much. And listen, it's his perfect time, and it's always perfect. And I've been seeing that more and more every day. And in this page, like, the time was now to start it. And so I started, like, I had the page a couple years ago and did some content, but then I put it to the side because I was chasing this Vegas thing. I was, you know, and again, what I had in mind, it didn't happen, but some bigger things are going to happen that I didn't even think of at the beginning. Like, it wasn't even in my mind. But again, I've been blessed. I know I've been rambling about stuff outside of food, but we do life on here too, though. But just stay tuned. Like, some people don't know what Stranger Food Reviews is. They're just like, what's going on here? It's just strangers reviewing food. That's it. That's all it is. But I got to get off here, because I could talk all night about nothing. I got to figure out what the next series is going to be. And I don't really know if they call it series. Like, I know, like, series and season. Like, I know, like, because I don't watch movies, y'all. I don't watch shows. I don't. Like, movies, I watch a comedy, but that's not very often. I'm weird. I like sports, but I ain't even been watching sports. I'm a big Kentucky basketball fan, but we ain't been doing too good this year, so I'm kind of discouraged. I feel like when I watch them, they lose, and when I don't watch them, they win, so I ain't been watching them. Like a series, I know what an episode is. Series, like, I don't know. I'm tired. like the pizza series, taco series, burger series. I think I'm going to do like a cheap eat series or something like that. I'm going to do all kinds of cool stuff, y'all. You just got to stay tuned. I'm excited. I can't wait to have a cameraman one day. That's going to be fun. Like, I am so convinced in this project. Like I'm so convinced. And I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. I feel like I've been blessed with this opportunity and nothing's going to stop me. And I don't mean to be, I don't hope I'm not coming off arrogant, because I'm, I don't mean that by any means. But I just, in the inside, like, I feel like I just believe in it. I believe in it wholeheartedly. And the story's going to unfold eventually, like how I really feel about this. And it's just, I know it's going to work out. Like, and I'm excited. When I at my school, it was something about, change the world. Like, we changed the world at my school. That was one of the kind of the mottos is, we changed the world, right? And I feel like through Stranger Food Reviews that I'm gonna be able to do my part to really change the world. Like, now I do through educating kids, right? But I feel like my calling is also to be a bigger impact outside of just Vegas, right? Around the world. But and it all starts with food. Like, everybody eats food, right? And I just want to be a blessing. Like I want to give people hope too. Like, man, I if I didn't have certain people in my life that gave me hope, my grandmother, man, she was the crazy thing about my grandmother. It was my brother's sister's grandmother. She wasn't even mine. It was my brother's sister's dad's mom. He wasn't my dad. My half siblings. And she treated me like I was her own. I lived with her for years. By myself. It was just me and her. Like, I feel like me and her were closer than her biological grandkids. And if I didn't have that woman, y'all, I would not be here. I'm telling y'all, I'd be way somewhere. Who knows? I might be not even alive anymore, because she gave me a moral compass and taught me right from wrong. My best friend from middle school and high school, we were really close. He got hooked on drugs. He's dead now. And I didn't really think about him that much. Because when I got married back, like, I don't know, 13 or 14 years ago, I didn't hang out with him. He was in and out of prison and jail. He was on drugs. And I couldn't even go see him even when he was, halfway sober or whatever. My ex-wife, she didn't care much for him. And that's probably a good thing. She, but I couldn't even hang. He was just out there. He was just wild. And, I think about all the things that I've accomplished. My mom didn't get to see it. My dad didn't get to see it. My brother didn't get to see it. Now, Matt, he knew that I graduated. He was not around, but he was alive. He knew that I straightened my butt up and went to college. I was a teacher. But I went on a summer vacation like right after my mom passed away, and every time we went to we would travel the western part of the United States. We went to all kinds of national parks, and all I wanted to do was to call my mom and tell her about these places, and I couldn't do it. But the hardest part And I probably didn't think about it as being so hard. It was just, I was in the moment. Thinking about it was, her not seeing. I'm the only kid in the family to go to college and get a college degree. Not that that means anything. I wasn't supposed to make it though. But it would have been nice for my mom to be there to see me. But I'm thankful, I'm blessed. I wouldn't be here. Like, if things were different, I wouldn't be here. I'm convinced of that. My brother was gone too, obviously, when I graduated college, and he was something else. Let me say, I tell you. I can hear him saying, "Oh, you graduate. Oh, you just got a PE health degree." I can hear him being a smart aleck. He was, man, listen, he was actually a business partner with a YouTuber that was really successful, actually. I don't know if I'm going to go down that route for a while. That'll come out later on about what it was and who it was. They had millions of subscribers. It was his business partner that was the face of the page, though. I will say that his life was taken, and I forgave that person, whoever it was. And I've always prayed that one day that person would be brought to justice. But more than anything, y'all, I'm a believer, and I do pray that they're saved. I don't care if they even God's the ultimate judge, but nothing's more important than your soul. And I could care less about a court. But I would be content if they gave their life to the Lord. And if not, I pray that God would bring them before the judge, and I share the Lord with them. I'll leave it at that. I was probably really angry for a while, like, to think about it, like, wow, how could somebody do something so evil? There for a while, I was like, I just want to know why. Why did you kill him? Why? Well, you didn't kill him, you murdered him in cold blood. Why? Not that would ever bring you back. But maybe God's keeping us from knowing because it could have been bad. I don't know. But he was a very smart guy. He only lived to be 32. And, after I turned 33, I was like, I kind of felt like, why me, Lord? Why am I alive and he's not? But he was a very intelligent guy. Very intelligent. And I wish, he was... But I know things happen for a reason. And, I think about, how I could be talking to him about all my social media and how he could have helped me out so much in so many ways. He's a very smart person. But, yeah. Life's hard, y'all. Life's hard. And, I've got a story just like anybody else. And my prayer is that I can at least give one person hope and let them know that they're not alone. And that you can overcome anything with hard work and discipline. I'm a walking testimony, huh? And with that, I probably better get off here because I'll keep crying. Yeah, I didn't even intend to I intend to just talk about food, y'all. That's not what God had planned, I guess. Like, He's been too good to me, y'all. I can't contain it. I'm blessed. That's all I can say is I'm blessed. People ask me, how you doing? I'm blessed. He's working on me. Not that I'm perfect. I'm still a mess. He's working on me, though. I got to get off here, y'all. God bless you all. We'll chat next time. Thank you all for tuning in, whoever's on here. God bless y'all. Good night.